growing up, I had a very somewhat, what would I say? Very peculiar upbringing, So I got to a stage, there's always that one stage where, as a teenager, you feel like you got it figured out. You feel like, okay, now I'm on top of things, and I don't. You start to feel like not everyone should talk to you the way they want to talk to you. You start to feel like there's a lot of entitlement issues, that teenagers go through, and I remember going through that phase myself, and back in high school, about to write my grade 12. I don't know how I messed this up, yeah? But I got to a place where not going to class was the end thing. You were cool if you didn't show up for class. You were cool if you didn't go to class, and I was in boarding school, by the way. So met up with a couple of friends of mine who we influenced each other to do the unthinkable. We used to, I know this might sound cliche, but we used to drink a lot. Not really, I never really used to drink a lot, but smoke. So we used to do a lot of smoking. So I probably wondering, some people are asking right now, Sticka smoking? Yeah, Sticka was a supplier, by the way, not just smoking, but so yeah, so that phase hit me so hard, and it kind of detoured me. I lost concentration in school because I wanted to be the cool kid, and back in the day, my version of cool, or the people that I knew, or the people that inspired my version of cool, lived a very very rebellious lifestyle. So I thought that was the way to go. So continued smoking weed, a lot of weed, a lot of cigarettes, and I wouldn't say I was into girls as much, but every once in a while. But it wasn't a thing where I was known for the girls. If you were asking about me, it was really, if you were being taught about me, it was really about the smoking and the rebellious lifestyle in school. So we get to writing exams, and I won't say what happened really, 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 but I went into the examination room throughout the course of the exam, coming out not writing answers on certain sheets. They're just going in and coming out as I went in. So fast forward, results came out, flanked, right? Flanked one time, and this is something I don't really say, but that was the only one time I wrote a grade 12 exam and I messed it up. Not because there was no school fee, not because I was down, not because I just didn't want to go to school. I just didn't want to write my exams. I didn't want to, I just wanted to be considered the cool kid, in that regard. So fast forward, results came out, flanked, like I said, and then life, started to hit me, and I just realized that there's a lot of follow-up consequences to every action, and as an individual, you have to kind of learn that today's behaviors will be responded to tomorrow. Either by the places you find yourself in, or either by the people you are kind of doing those things with, or the people you kind of just look up to and aspire to be. And I remember most of my friends that who used to go toe to toe to in school, in class. He gets number one, you get number two, you get number one, he gets number two. They kind of made their way through high school properly with good grades, good marks. And I was there thinking to myself, wait, what did I just do? What did I just do? And it was then that I started to realize that there was nobody that was going to take responsibility for the actions that I committed, And I realized that my lack of desire, or my lack of willingness to obey and just be a straightforward child was something that was going to come back and eat me, harder than I expected. So I kind of just was like, yo, I need to get my life together, I need to get my life on track. I just need to do the right things. So what did I do? I just said to myself, okay, well, where do I want to go? What do I want to achieve? And figured out what I needed to do. Figured out what I wanted to do, what my desires were. I didn't go back to school, by the way. I didn't write my grade 12 after that. So I've never been to school after that, actually. That was I've never been to college. I've never rewritten a grade 12 after flunking it. And I remember just picking myself up from the mistakes that I made and realigning myself with what I had decided I wanted to do. And so I started working at it. And I found myself doing graphics. I found myself I actually wanted to do a song artwork. Then there was nobody to do that song artwork for me. So I had a computer. I had a laptop. I asked for software from a friend, and the rest is history. I started pursuing it. I started pushing it. I would practice it every day. Just to ensure that I was getting better. And as time went by, I found myself, because of the things I had decided I wanted to do, and because of the actions I had started aligning myself with. Did I say that correctly? Yeah, because of the things I wanted to do and the actions I started aligning myself with, I found myself to kind of see the fruit of putting in the work, putting in good behavior, and just thinking straight. And to top it all off, that was about I think grade 12, just after grade 12, 2 years after that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I decided to give my life to Jesus. And I remember, as cliche as this is again, I remember there's a lot of people who, at that time, because of my behavior and what I had done, were kind of thinking, this is the end for this kid, But I acknowledged what I did wrong, right? And I said, this is not the type of life I want to continue living. And I'm asking Jesus that you can help me, if you can help me to, realign my life. And that's how, slowly but surely, God picked me up from the dust, started cleaning me up bit by bit, and fast forward, here we are. And today, people listen to my music and say, oh, Sticka, I'm inspired by your life. I'm inspired by what you do, But I've made mistakes, a lot of mistakes. I still continue to make mistakes, actually. Here's what I want to say to someone out there. Doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter what you've been through. Anything is changeable as long as you're willing for it to change. And the other thing is, if you want to do something and you know it's regrettable, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I regret going to class and not writing exams. That's one of the regrets I'll carry for the rest of my life, right? I regret that. I wish I could go back in time and change that. But what's done is done. And that's why I'm here today telling you that don't do what I did. There's a better route for you to take. All right. So don't look down on yourself because of the mistakes you've made. Like I said, anything that you've put your mind to, anything that you're willing to change is changeable. All you have to do is take the right steps. And at the end of it all, Jesus is there to help each and every one of us in whatever situation that we're going through. I am Sticka, and that is my story.